Hi, everyone. Hello, this is Michelle Grimolia, the President and CEO here at Woodland Pond. And today is Tuesday, May 17th, 2022. And this is my noontime address for Tuesday. So I hope you are all well. First and foremost, it's absolutely beautiful out today. So I hope that every one of you makes an effort to go outside at some point, because it really is beautiful. I know that the pollen is sort of abusive actually at the moment, and many of us are experiencing severe allergy symptoms. Rest assured, we're all in the same boat, but please do try to get outside. It's not too steamy. It's not humid today. It's really a beautiful spring day. And I hope that you can get out and enjoy the day. So I wanted to just cover a few things today. First and or second, I guess, because first and foremost was the beautiful day. Second, what I'd like to talk about is I will be issuing a written update today and a memo related to the COVID uptick that we had seen starting about a week and a half ago. I'm very happy to report that what sort of was a little bit of a gush of new cases has turned back to a trickle. I am just working through a little bit of the latest guidance in terms of incubation periods and variants and things like that, just to confirm where we're going to go with our next steps. But as of right now, it looks like we are going to be resuming meals in the main dining room for dinner on this Thursday, the 19th. We are also going to be resuming allowing folks to eat in the pub area or at lunchtime for also on this Thursday, but this will all be in my memo. I don't want to say that this is definitive at this point. I will confirm this in my memo after I speak to my team. That being said, certainly COVID is still, there's still a high risk of transmission right now in our county. So we are going to still require that folks wear masks in meetings and stuff in public areas where you can. So while we will allow dining in the dining room, obviously you will be doing so at your own risk. Unmasked activity up close is going to be a risk. But, we're seeing that the illness that has come upon us recently has tended to be mild symptoms, in some cases moderate symptoms. But we're seeing that even in the case of 2 residents that needed to be hospitalized this last round, they were able to come back to independent living. They were well enough to come back without going to skilled nursing. And in each case, both had pre-existing conditions. So I think we're probably seeing the Omicron variant, which spreads more quickly, but has a much more mild symptomology. So, minor cold symptoms may seem like allergies, a sore throat, cough, very slight fevers is what we've typically been seeing. So if you feel risk tolerant for that and you want to get back into the main dining room or eat in the pub area or attend, some unmasked activities, you're going to be welcome to do so as soon as we go ahead and get that memo out. So we are going to be asking folks to remain masked where you can be, certainly in the hallways, meetings that don't require or don't offer refreshments, those kinds of things. It's really just about risk reduction, and hopefully the county will come down below a high risk of transmission and go to a moderate or a low level, and then we can, stow the masks away again. But we're trying to reintroduce things and do so carefully, but that's where we are at this point in time. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is I'd like to thank the Assisted Living Residents Council for inviting me to come and speak today. It's been a very long time since I was invited, and I was very glad to have the opportunity. We had great conversation about expansion efforts. I was able to answer some questions. Here are some lingering concerns, which I promised to follow up on, and sort of invited myself to attend that meeting periodically, maybe every other meeting or so. We'll also attend the Food Council meetings and potentially periodic health center committee meetings as invited. Because I think it's important that just as much as I sort of know and understand people behind the scenes, that you see me and have access to me, might not be able to get to my office with the open door policy. but to be able to have those conversations. So thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. The next thing is any day now, Sarah Leonard, our Director of Resident Services, will be going out on maternity. She's currently in work from home status. She's in the last week of her pregnancy. So you are going to be getting from me, on the flip side of the update memo, will be a memo that's sort of a roadmap to how are we going to be covering Sarah's workload while she's gone. It's going to be sort of by committee. We will have Cameron Ilgner, our administrative intern, sitting and manning Sarah's desk. So you will see Cameron in Sarah's office, and she's going to help us to triage, any concerns, issues, folks that come by Sarah's office, phone calls that come in, emails that come in. Mary Jo, of course, will help. I will, of course, help. And then I've got a licensed social worker that is doing an internship with us as well, that is going to be providing support on Thursdays and Fridays throughout the course of Sarah's maternity leave. So I'm going to explain that a little bit more thoroughly on the flip side of the memo that I issue related to reopening of stuff on Thursday. So you have some information there. And I plan to talk about it a little bit more extensively tomorrow at the management Q&A. So congratulations to Sarah whenever baby comes, but we've got your back, and we'll figure it out as a committee. And just to that point, I do hope that as many of you that can attend, do attend the management Q&A tomorrow. This is open to residents throughout the community. You do not need to reside in independent living to attend a management Q&A because our management team manages the entire community. That is at 1:30 tomorrow in the PAC. It will be live streamed on channel 1340, but the challenge is that if you don't attend, you miss out on the Q part. So your question can't get answered if you're not there. So please come and please bring your questions. We will do a brief update on expansion efforts. We will again cover sort of where we are with covering Sarah's maternity leave. We will discuss any changes that we expect in the pipeline related to COVID precautions. And we'll have conversation, any topic that you'd like to cover. It's time for you to ask us questions. It's a great meeting. I really hope that you all plan to attend that meeting this month and regularly from here on in. I think that's all that I needed to cover for today. Just a short update because I'm going to kind of hop off and work on an update memo, get some information going. And I guess I will look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow at 1:30. Thanks.